Here we are at Bootleg Canyon. It's one of our wonderful state parks. Completely desert here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wonderful trails to ride and a lot of information to share with you guys. We're going to practice reading after about a minute of just looking around. I'm here, I've got my mask on to protect me from that sun. There's Matt and Danny. We're checking out the trails here. But what looks like an empty place is actually full of life, desert life. And we're going to be reading about some of that in just a few seconds. So get ready to practice your reading. The words will come up on stage, and you'll be able to read as I read and practice as we go. There are signs all over the place like this, and I'll put them into scrolling words. Let's start with the first one here. The black-tailed jackrabbit. You wouldn't want to walk barefoot in the desert, and neither does the black-tailed jackrabbit. Fur insulates the jackrabbit pads, protecting their paws from the hot desert ground. Having fur on the bottom of their paws doesn't slow them down, though. Black-tailed jackrabbits can run up to 40 miles per hour to escape predators. Jackrabbit ears are not solely for hearing. Large ears cool their body temperature as well. The giant desert hairy scorpion. The largest North American scorpion, the giant desert hairy scorpion, nests under rocks during the daytime. Scorpion metabolism slows to conserve energy in extreme heat. Scorpions can be so still that they appear to be dead. However, when threatened, scorpions launch into action. The pinchers look dangerous, but focus on the final tail segment. Scorpions ambush unsuspecting prey and use the stinger at the end of their tail to inject immobilizing venom. The teddy bear cholla. Do not hug teddy bear cholla. The cactus has a painful way of expanding its territory. Fishhook-like barbs at the end of cholla spines clasp on animal fur or humans. The spine's grip is stronger than the connection between plant segments. Once extracted from its catch, each segment can root and produce a new plant. The greater roadrunner. With a top speed of 15 miles per hour and strong hunting skills, the greater roadrunner snags small birds, rodents, insects, and lizards. Larger prey are swallowed after being slammed against rocks, breaking their bones and elongating them. The roadrunner can survive its entire life without drinking water. Moisture is acquired from the prey it consumes. The pads and fruits of the prickly pear cactus are edible, but beware as the pads have sharp spines. The fruit, also called Indian fig or tuna, is covered with clusters of very fine barbed spines called glochids. Like its relative, the beaver tail cactus, the glochids are barely visible and separate easily from the plant, yet are very difficult to remove from skin. The spines and glochids protect the prickly pear from hungry animals. The prickly pear blooms in spring and gives the desert a showy display. Often misidentified as a horny toad, the armored desert horned lizard conjures up visions of the prehistoric days of dinosaurs. Beneath its tough exterior, this lizard is one of the few harmless inhabitants of the Mojave. With no toxic venom or painful sting, the desert horned lizard relies on camouflage to survive. The infrastructure you see southwest of here is not the only solar power operation in the valley. The desert horned lizard orients its back towards the sun to warm itself in cool weather. When temperatures are too warm, the lizard buries itself in the soil to escape the sun's heat. The Joshua tree has an average lifespan of 150 years. The fruit of the Joshua tree is edible. Native Americans use strands from its roots for red or brown design elements in basketry. In a mutually symbolic relationship, the Joshua tree is pollinated by a single species of moth. The yucca moth and the yucca moth's larvae feed only on its seeds. The Mojave rattlesnake, or Mojave green, has the most debilitating and potentially deadly venom of all North American snakes. The pit viper locates prey using pits below its eyes that sense heat. Venom is used to kill prey and begin to digest the victim. If you are bitten, seek medical attention immediately. Rattlesnakes feed on rodents and are essential to the Mojave ecosystem. The venomous Gila monster is the largest land-dwelling lizard native to the United States. Despite their size, bright color, and slow movement, the Gila monster is rarely observed in the wild. When Gila monsters emerge to hunt, they can eat up to 1/3 of their body weight, storing excess fat in their tail. An adult Gila monster can consume the calories needed for the entire year in 3 to 4 meals, permitting the lizard to go months without eating. Gila monster metabolism adjusts to support spending 99% of its time below ground. Did you know that the desert tortoise can survive a year or even longer without access to water? Their water intake comes from the grass and wildflowers they consume during the spring. Whether it is the extreme heat of the summer or the freezing temperatures of the winter, the desert tortoise is able to use its claws to burrow under the ground for protection. These adaptations allow the desert tortoise to survive in the extreme conditions of the Mojave Desert.
Teliko Vima English, making the world your classroom.
Please remember to subscribe and like and share with your friends.